I continue walking. And Genesis 45 opens with a moment Joseph can no longer hold back. Judah has just offered himself in Benjamin's place, and the brother once sold by his own family now stands before those same men with power over life and death. Joseph orders every Egyptian attendant out of the room. No outsider remains when Joseph finally reveals who he is. Then the ruler of Egypt breaks down and weeps so loudly that the Egyptians hear him, and the news reaches Pharaoh's household. Joseph looks at his brothers and says the words they never expected. "I am Joseph. Is my father still living?" The brothers cannot answer. They are terrified. The young dreamer they threw into a pit, sold into slavery, and assumed was gone forever, is standing before them as governor over Egypt. Joseph tells them, "Come close to me," and says, "I am your brother Joseph, the one you sold into Egypt." He names what they did, yet sees God's greater hand moving through the pain. "Do not be distressed and do not be angry with yourselves for selling me here," he tells them, "because it was to save lives that God sent me ahead of you. The famine has already lasted 2 years, and 5 more years remain with neither plowing nor harvesting. God sent Joseph ahead to preserve a remnant on earth and save their lives by a great deliverance." Joseph says, "So then, it was not you who sent me here, but God. That does not make his brothers innocent. It means their sin could not cancel God's purpose. God made Joseph father to Pharaoh, lord of Pharaoh's household, and ruler over Egypt." The dreams of Genesis 37 have come full circle. The brothers bow, yet the fulfillment is not about revenge. God is saving the covenant family through the brother they rejected. Joseph tells them to return to Jacob. "Hurry back to my father and say to him, God has made me lord of all Egypt. Come down to me, don't delay." Jacob and his household are to settle in Goshen. Joseph promises they will live near him in Goshen, and there he will provide for them during the remaining 5 years of famine. They must tell Jacob about Joseph's honor in Egypt and everything they have seen. Then Joseph embraces Benjamin and weeps. Joseph kisses all his brothers and weeps over them, and afterward they finally talk with him. The news reaches Pharaoh, and he is pleased. Pharaoh tells them to return to Canaan, bring their father and families back, and receive the best of Egypt. They need not worry about possessions because Egypt's best will be theirs. Joseph gives them carts according to Pharaoh's command and provisions for the journey. Each brother receives a change of clothes, while Benjamin receives 300 shekels of silver and 5 sets of clothes. For Jacob, Joseph sends 10 donkeys loaded with the best things of Egypt and 10 female donkeys carrying grain, bread, and provisions. Then Joseph sends his brothers away with a final warning: "Don't quarrel on the way!" Even after reconciliation, old guilt and rivalry can rise again. Joseph does not want the journey home becoming another fight. Grace has opened the door. Now they must walk through it together. They leave Egypt and return to Jacob in Canaan. Then they tell him the impossible news: Joseph is still alive. In fact, he is ruler of all Egypt. Jacob is stunned. His heart goes numb because he does not believe them. For years he has mourned Joseph is dead, carrying the grief of a son he thought was lost forever. But the brothers repeat everything Joseph said. When Jacob sees the carts Joseph sent to carry him back, his spirit revives. The old father who thought he would go to the grave mourning begins to believe. And Israel says, "I'm convinced my son Joseph is still alive. I will go and see him before I die." I keep walking through Genesis 45 and see that God can preserve purpose through betrayal, famine, slavery, prison, delay, and grief. Joseph's story does not call evil good. It shows that God can bring good through what others meant for harm. The rejected brother becomes the rescuer. The one sold becomes the provider. The family fractured by jealousy is given a road toward restoration. I see forgiveness here too. Joseph has authority to punish, but chooses reconciliation. He does not pretend the past never happened. He names the sin, then places the future in God's hands. He feeds the people who once threw him into a pit. He gives them clothing, food, transportation, and a home. Behind Joseph stands God's promise. The family of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob must survive because the covenant is moving through Israel and Judah toward kings and ultimately the promised Messiah. Genesis 45 is a family reunion inside God's unfolding plan of redemption. So I continue walking, watching Jacob's deadened heart revive. Guilty brothers receive mercy, and Joseph understand that the road he never would have chosen became the road God used to save many lives. Yeah.